And I guess we are live. Hello, everyone. Welcome once again to another workshop session here with us at SwiftXR. Really happy to be here. My name is Oluwatosin, and today we have an interesting and amazing guest with us once again. But before we get into that, today we're basically going to be talking about how to generate 3D product images on Canva using SwiftXR. But before we do that, what exactly is SwiftXR, right? So SwiftXR is a platform that basically allows you to publish your um, 3D models on websites that you can view in augmented reality and virtual reality without having to write a single line of code, right? And you basically can just create a simple AR project or VR project with as little clicks as possible. And this just helps you to, ensure you can share your prototypes and designs faster. You can reduce development costs since you don't have to write any code. You could just get your 3D models in AR or VR easily, and you can get them active and live on your website or standalone as well as a website without having to set up your own custom domain and all of that. Right. So at the moment, let's talk about SwiftXR across the web. So as you all know, like I said, SwiftXR allows you to embed 3D contents basically on your website that you can view in augmented reality and virtual reality, but it doesn't end there, right? So we do have plugins across quite a number of website builders like WordPress, Bubble, Wix that allow you to embed your 3D content. And we also do have the plugin across places like Shopify as well, where you can sell your products. So instead of just showing images of your product, you can have 3D models of your products as well. And it still goes beyond that. So aside from working with 3D content, you can also generate images and GIFs of the 3D content on design platforms like Figma and Canva as well. And moving on from that, we also do have a plugin for Blender to cater for 3D artists who directly want to share their work from Blender to the web. So with our Blender plugin, you can easily share your content directly from your Blender application onto the web, and you can share that with clients you're working with without having to share your actual 3D model. Right. So speaking of this, what are the features currently available on SwiftXR? So at the moment, we have a 3D viewer. We also have the e-commerce 3D viewer. We have the plane detection that allows you to create 3D models and track them on world planes in the real world. If you are into NFTs, you can showcase your NFTs in augmented reality using SwiftXR. If you like to create animated characters, we do have the Ready Player Me component that allows you to do this. And if you're looking into creating web VR experiences, we have the VR component that allows you to do this as well. All right, then. So, how have people used SwiftXR so far? So, we've had people use SwiftXR for real estate applications to create 3D product viewing of real estate properties. We've had quite a number of people use it for artwork showcase as well. A lot of people are now selling their products with a 3D view of them to allow users kind of feel the product or see how it works before they buy it. And recently, we're seeing a lot of people use our face tracking feature that allows people, put things on their face. We've seen a lot of that in the e-commerce sector as well. So really happy. And if you have any questions at all, we will be having a Q&A at the end of this. And you could drop the questions in the comments as well. And let us know where you're joining us from today as well. And we'll be going into the live demo soon because we have a lot in store for you today. And just like I said earlier on, today we're going to be focusing on generating 3D product images on Canva. So I really look forward to that. And with that said, I would like to introduce our guest speaker today. Her name's Angela. She's been here before and she's here once again. And she is a 3D artist and the founder at AXR Studio. Hi, Angela. How are you doing today?
Hi, OT. Thank you so much for having me again. I'm so excited.
Yep, I'm so excited to have you here as well. And from the last time you've been here, we looked at face tracking, image tracking, and today we're going to be looking at tools like Canva and SwiftXR. It's pretty exciting, I would
Hmm.
say, and I'd really love to see what you have in store for us today. So to get started, um, please go ahead and introduce um, yourself, let everyone get to know what you do, and we can continue from there.
Sounds great. Hi, everyone. My name is Angela, and I am a creator of I have my own Instagram account called XR Studio, and recently I've incorporated a 3D XR agency called Hey XR Studio. So basically, it's like a 3D model like XR content where I use it to help other brands to get an instant awareness using like XR like technologies for the brand. So this is actually really exciting because I'm using I'm creating like 3D like poster and stuff like that, like event posters. So like when I heard that SwiftXR has a plugin that goes directly to Canva, I knew that this could be very helpful to like graphic designer out there who are using 3D arts for their like graphic works because Canvas for the graphic designer. And so today we're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna show you guys how to do a simple 3D modeling like before and export that into SwiftXR, and then we're gonna use SwiftXR to export and import directly from Canva. So without further ado, shall we start modeling? So you guys are watching my screen, and before I model, I'm just gonna create a new project on SwiftXR, and we're gonna call it uh, pumpkin spice latte because why not, right? It's a spice season. I don't personally drink pumpkin spice latte, but I know so many people been talking about it, so we're gonna give it a go. So this is the empty SwiftXR like a kind of like a screen. Like first thing that you're gonna see from SwiftXR, and then we're just gonna go to the blender right now. Up. My blender scene looks a little bit different because um I did a little bit adjustment, but this is a default cube, and since we're gonna make pumpkin spice latte in a glass cup, let's delete the default cube. I know, I'm sorry. For what has to be done has to be done. And before you and then we're gonna create a cylinder. I'm gonna try to keep it as simple as possible. So it's gonna be easy for you guys to like follow. Let's move it up to 1, the z-axis. And from here, we're gonna go into the edit mode. Oh, actually, the reason why you guys see this orange line is because my wireframe is turned on. So we can simply go here and then turn off the wireframe mode. And let's actually add auto smooth. Okay, it doesn't look like anything has happened, but just wait. So from here, let's uh let's click on number 3 from the edit mode, which is face selecting. And we're gonna select this face, go to the numpad, click on the numpad 1 for the front view, and we're gonna push it a little bit towards up. Maybe like this is good. And from here, let's actually give a bevel. So click on number 2 for the edge selection right here, and then double click or Alt select for the loop select. And let's click on Alt Z for the X-ray mode and give Control B for the bevel. So we're just giving one segment right here. Just try to shape a mug, general mug. Let's do another Alt Z to get out from the X-ray mode. And we're gonna go to modifier, and then for modifier, let's give some bevel. Make it a little bit smooth. Zoom in. And what I like to do when I go to the bevel is to turn off the clamp overlap so it's more accurate. and we're gonna take it down to the notch, and let's click on the shift for the detail changes in the amount. I think 0.05. 0.05 looks good to me. Increase the segment to 5 and go down. Oh, also like the reason why like all these like lines are so crisp is because like I have default setting of cavity. So we're gonna uncheck that. And let's change the color to something more like fallish. I don't know. Red. Yeah, this is good. Okay. So we gave a bevel, we did geometry, like, and then uncheck the clamp overlap. What we're gonna do here, we're gonna go down. Oh, it's already down. We're gonna go down to the shading right here and then click on the Harden Normal. Give it an auto smooth again. And there, it's like a basic shape of the mug. Let's uncheck, well, let's activate the X-ray mode. You can actually do it from here too. Edit mode, click on number 3, select the top face right here, and then we're gonna press I for the inset right here, and then give it maybe like about here. Go to the face mode, I mean the front view, and then we're gonna extrude it down to right here, and then extrude it down again, maybe like here, and let's adjust the size about like this. And we're like basically done with the mug. We just need to create a handle. But before we move on, I want to copy this part right here to make a latte part. So let's control D, I mean sorry, shift D to duplicate, and then click on P to separate them. And let's name it. Let's press on F2 to name, and then name the cylinder as mug. And we're gonna press on this face right here, F2, and latte. 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 Let's hide the latte for now. We don't have to, but let's do it. And then we're gonna go. I'm thinking about like easiest way to approach this. We're gonna go ahead and make a handle. Let's create a plane. Plane sounds good. R for rotate and X and 90-degree. We go to the front view. We're already in the front view. Let's toggle on the X-ray mode again. Bring it up. Adjust the size. Maybe around here. Maybe smaller. Let's make it smaller. Here, let's bring it to the right. Just about this size. Let's go to oh, before we move on, always apply transform. So Control A to apply transform. Okay, we're in the edit mode. Let's go, let's press 1 for vertices. We're gonna select this part and then press G to move, and then G move to x-axis to about right here. We're gonna select these two, and then we're gonna give a bevel. So Control B, and since these are vertices, we're gonna press D. There you go. This looks good. Let's add a loop. Oh, actually, my bad. Let's before we give a bevel, let's add a loop cut. From the loop cut, we're gonna give another bevel. So many bevels. About right here. Now we're trying to like make a shape of the handle. And remember, like some people might do it differently. Every artist has a different approach, and that's okay. And we're gonna select this face, and we're gonna press X to delete the face. All right. And then from here, we can extrude it out. But today I'm gonna show you guys another modifier called solidify. Solidify modifier gives like extrude effect, gives us some depth in the 3D like plane in the 3D model to give a little bit of more geometry. So let's do 0.25 even thickness, and this looks fine to me actually. Let's toggle off the X-ray mode right here. Sorry, just give me a second. Okay. And then let's hit numpad number 3 for the side view because we want to move this in the center. Now you guys know X-ray mode, and then move to the x-axis right about here. We're gonna apply solidify and then toggle off the X-ray mode. And let's go to edit because like, I don't know if you guys can notice, but there's some chance that our face orientation might be flipped. Oh, actually it's not. That's great. But just in the case, we're gonna go to the edit mode. Select A to click on A to select everything, and we're gonna give Shift N. So what it does, it recalculates all the normal. So like it brings all the faces into a right direction. So from here, we're gonna do bevel, another bevel. A bevel modifier is actually very useful. And we're gonna turn off the clamp overlap, bring the amount down. We're gonna increase the segment to 5. And let's bring the amount up to maybe, where are we? 0.1 should good. It looks a little bit awkward. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna go to geometry here, and then we're gonna change sharp into arc. There you go. Add the hard normals and click on this, right click, auto smooth. Where did you go? Auto smooth. There you go. So we're done with the mug. Let's go to the latte. Oh, plain. Always change your name to handle. Let's go to the latte. Front view, X-ray, or wireframe. Doesn't matter. And we're gonna go. Latte has bevel too. Oh, it's because we duplicated from the mug. So I just deleted the bevel because we don't need it. And we're at the front view, and then we're gonna go to edit mode, select all, extrude it out to the Z-axis. And from here, let's expand it. Let's make it bigger by pressing S. Let's take it down a teeny bit here. Up, and about this size is good to me. Yep. From here, we're gonna give a little bit of solidifier. I mean, that's not the solidifier, subdivision surface. Okay, it looks weird, but it's because it doesn't have a lot of loop cut. It looks like an acorn. So we're gonna go here, give a loop cut, and then bring it up to about here. And press 3 for the face selection. We're gonna pick it's like the top face, inset to give a bit of more bevel, like sharpness right here. It looks good. I want to give a inset here as well. It looks beautiful. All right, now we're gonna apply modifier. We're gonna apply subdivision too. Let's give auto smooth as well. And bevel from the mug, and let's combine these two together. So click on the Control J to combine. So our mug and latte, the drink part is ready. Like now we're gonna do the last part, which is making a whipped cream. Oh, let's apply transform. Click on, you can shift right click to bring the cursor on top of the faces. And let's add cylinder. And then from the cylinder modifier here, we're gonna change the cap fill type from n-gon to triangle fan. So what it does when you're in n-gon, like you don't see anything here. It's n-gon. It's like more than 4 vertices. But if you do triangle, then when you're in the edit mode, you can see like everything has now topologies right here. It's beautiful. Okay, so let's kind of like bring it to the center right here. Bring it up. Make it shorter. Oh, we're making a whipped cream, by the way. Naming my whipped cream. Shade smooth. Ooh, ugly smooth. So auto smooth. Make sure you do auto smooth. And from here, I don't actually make whipped cream a lot, so I'm gonna try to use my memory. So here we use the simple deform. This is a new modifier that not many people use. And we're gonna select on Z axis. And what it does is it's twisting it. Let's actually turn on the wireframe mode so you can actually see what's going on. See, it's twisted. So let's twist it a bit more, a bit more. What I want to do also here is to give it a like loop cut from here, maybe like 4. I think we can do 4. Or maybe we can do loop cut a bit later. Let's do the simple deform, like about 80 degree. 80 degree looks good. Apply. Get out of the edit mode, apply. Let's give it a subdivision modifier. Good. Increase it to 2, perhaps. Give it another loop cut. Or I think 4 should be good to me. Let's try another simple deform. And from Z, from the taper. So when you get to like taper, when you click on this, you know how it goes like from top to bottom. So what we're gonna do is that we're just gonna go to negative value, like right here. Put another simple deform, Z-axis, and then we're just gonna twist it a bit more. Actually, before we twist it, what we can do is turn this off and then go to edit mode and let's turn off the subdivision too, actually, because it's confusing. Give it a loop cut. I mean, not the loop cut, loop selection, like this. Oh, you know what we didn't do? I was so busy explaining the top part. We didn't adjust the number of the loop cut. Let's do it again. Cylinder. So it's 32. I want to use 16. Triangle. Yep. No wonder why I was so busy. It's like, it kind of looks different from what I did last time. And here we're going to give another auto smooth. Let's add simple deform again. Z axis. Take it to like 80, or we can actually take it to 122. A little too much. 80. Transform. Yeah, let's try 100 for now. Let's try to apply this division to add multiple loop cuts. We're pretty much repeating the same step. So from here, add simple deform, taper, z-axis. What we can do here is go to the vertices like this. You can also do it this way, by the way. Select those better here. Like just select the loop of the other side right here. Then we're just gonna increase the size by clicking S. Let's zoom out a little. Let's go out of the edit mode for now and then click on the mug. Let's hide it. Let's hide the mug actually. Press H. So from here, bring it down a little bit. Let's match the size. You can actually bring origin to geometry right here. Okay. It's pretty good to me. Bring it down to give it a little bit of more sharpness. Looks like more like an ice cream. Let's use this. Bring proportion editing on. It's this circle right here. And then scale it up and press Shift Z so it doesn't go upward. Scale it up, make it fat. Let's scale this down. So let's scale here down. Does it look like a whipped cream? There you go. The whipped cream is done. Okay, let's apply the modifier now. And there's our latte, but then it doesn't look like latte, right? Because it doesn't have any texture. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go on the texture, most exciting part. So there is a way that I like to do. Let's turn off the wireframe mode. We're gonna make another window, like another screen here. And let's take this part to the render view. We're gonna take it to render view. So you don't see anything because there's no lighting, there's no nothing, no camera, no lighting. And this one, I'm gonna take you to the shader editor right here. Press in to hide this. So from shader editor, we're gonna add something called HDRI. So go to the world, and from the world, we're gonna go to the world view. And from the world view, you see this color, right? Click on this yellow button, yellow dot, environment texture, and then don't worry about the pink part. Just open, and I'm gonna add the studio lighting. So now there is like a natural lighting added onto your scene. So you can see this white latte that we haven't applied materials yet. I wanna hide this. I wanna make my background transparent. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go find a film tab. Where are you? Okay, so film tab is in the scene editor. Go to the, where you can choose the EV and EV rendering engine and the cycle engine. That's the film scene tab. Go to the film and check transparent. Now the background is gone, but then we still have this lighting data. All right, go back to the object. We're gonna go back to the object and let's add the easy one first, which is whipped cream. Go to the material. Oh, we didn't name this. Oh, we named it earlier. Add new material like cream, and this one is easy. You can just leave it there. Actually, maybe we can adjust the roughness. Art is cream shiny? I don't remember. I don't know if they're shiny. I think they're a little bit shiny. So like, let's bring the roughness down, and let's do a mug. So for the mug, we're gonna give a glass shader, but because we want to make our export process as easy as possible, so I'm not gonna try to touch too much from principle like BSDF. So we're gonna go here, name it glass, and I don't know if you guys can see it clearly, so I'm gonna zoom in, zoom in. And for the glass, we're gonna just bring up this transmission all the way. Then technically, like, so this distortion is kind of weird. Like we have to adjust a little bit of more setting in order to like see the glass. But then let's try to like change the IOR to see if our glass like material is working properly and it's not. So what we need to do, we have to adjust a couple things. So go back to the scene, I believe. And then from the scene, find screen face reflection. Go to screen face reflection and check refraction. No changes, right? And that's fine because we have to go to the material setting right here and then go down and you'll find the setting part. And you're gonna click on back face calling and here, screen space refraction. And it should work. Oh, alpha blend. Make sure you put the alpha blend here. So now you can see the inside object. To make it like easier for you, let me change the color. Let's give a little bit of color to our latte. Give it like orange. So now you can see that you can like it's reflecting the material that's inside, right? The object that's inside. What IOR does, it changes the distortion of the glass. So like lower it goes, so your distortion gets smaller. The higher it goes, your distortion gets bigger. But then if you give value of 1, then it looks like there's no distortion at all. Like there's no nothing. It just looks like the light isn't reflecting at all. So it just looks like a 2D object. So we're gonna go a bit higher than 1. I think that's what I want to do. I want to go a bit higher than 1. Maybe like 1.20. Actually, should we go lower? Is lower better? I think lower is better. Yeah, let's do lower. Like 0.9, 0.8, 0.89, 89. Yeah, we can do this. We can work with that. So from here, we can either give like very, very clear glass by adjusting the roughness. This is so clean. It's like, oh my God, this is so clean. I love it. Or we can just adjust it. So like when you increase the roughness in the glass material, like just give like a little bit of like roasty feeling, or like kind of like, I don't know, it looks like it's a little foggy. So we're gonna give like zero point zero 0.02, let's give 0.040 ish. This looks good. Glass materials done from Principal DSDF. So what's good about this method is that you don't have to bake a texture in order to export your model. And let's go to latte, because like this one looks like a pumpkin soup. Like doesn't have it doesn't have character of latte. This one will be a little bit of more like complicated. I'm gonna pull off my screenshot that I had earlier with my previous model, so I don't so to make sure that I'm not missing anything. But let's change our base color back to white here. Okay. So from here, what I want to do, I want to give a little bit of gradation. So we're gonna take it to the gradient texture and then linear. But then if you just take it straight to the base color, then it's like, what is this, right? There's no character. So we're gonna add color ramp and then place it between gradient texture and the principal BSDF. Oop, it just connects you right there together. We're gonna bring it up here. Let's click on front view so we know. So maybe here and then bring this up somewhere here. So what I want is I want that like orangish texture to like orange-ish color to like transition into like white foam to match the whipped cream. So like click on here and we're gonna give orange latte color, like something like this. This one's pretty. But as you can see, sorry, I should have explained that first before surprising you guys. So what we need is we need to like change the orientation of this gradient. And in order to do that, we need a mapping a node. But then people who have Node Wrangler, so Node Wrangler is like one of the add-on that you get for free with the Blender. Just click on the Control T, and you just bring it back, like just shows it to you. It's like bam here. Let's pop out a little bit, and we're gonna change the value of Y to 90. But I'm just making a little bit of dramatic. You're like, shoot, look at that. Look at the magic. All right, 90. Oops, 90 right here. And change the value of color ramp to bring bring this one up. Now, like, it's giving good texture, enough texture for a latte, for the pumpkin latte. But then there's no like, it's very polite. There's no like noise, like there's no character into it. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna give a noise texture. I know there are so many textures, but bear with me, these are worth it. Noise texture. Bring color ramp here, noise texture right here. I'm gonna bring color ramp like somewhere over here. Okay. And what the noise texture does is like if I bring this color like to the base color, then as you can see, it gives a little bit of like noise. I don't know how else to explain. Gives you noise. So let's add the noise. And in order for the noise to mix up with your color ramp, like your gradient texture, like you need just one more texture node, which is called mix shader. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring the mix shader in between of color ramp and these two textures, and then bring this color right here into color A, in the factor A, and then this noise texture to factor B. See, oh, before I show you, what would happen? I have to connect this result to the fact. The color to be. Be right here. And then we just scale it. I don't know if you can tell, but then there's a little bit of noise going on over there, and we're going to fix that by adjusting this. You know, I don't hate this. It's like, kind of gives me feel like that milk is like mixing with the latte. Let's bring up a detail to here, maybe. So I'm gonna adjust mix factor right here, and what it does is like when you go to the left side, the lower the number goes towards the I think it goes towards to A, and the higher the number goes towards the B. I think this is good. It's good. There we go. So there we have pumpkin spice latte with the whipped cream. And the problem is if we just export this, then we're gonna be able to see glass shader, and then we're gonna be able to see the whipped cream, but we're not gonna be able to see the noise texture because the shader nodes only work in the blender. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna export this into image texture. So what we need is we need image texture right here. So Shift A, image texture, and then we're just gonna click on the image and we're gonna give it a new and call it a latte. Call it a latte, okay. And then we're gonna make another shader. I mean another window right here, another screen, and I'm gonna take you to image editor. From image editor, click here and then click on the latte. You only see the black screen, but don't worry about it. So from the scene tab, we have to switch our render engine to cycle. Go to cycle. We can down our max sample to 100. That's fine. Something's going on here. Hopefully that's not a big deal. Anyway. So cycle. Let's go to the bake. And from bake, we're going to deselect direct and indirect. And what we're going to do is we're going to bake the diffuse, which is the color. Bake diffuse and click on bake. Wait. No active image found in the material. From here, what do we do? I'm just trying to figure out why this isn't working. But anyway, this is how you make a like latte. Let's actually delete this. Doing this with the pen is so hard sometimes. There we go. We're gonna remove these. So here's the mug, and what we're gonna do, I've already like exported my mug before. So I'm just gonna take you, since we're like kind of going out of the time, I'm gonna take you back to the SwiftXR here. From SwiftXR, let's click on, now I'm gonna switch back to the mouse because I don't need a pen anymore. Let's click on component 3D, and I want to do 3D model viewer. Click on 3D model viewer and upload file. And from upload file, let's click on the pumpkin spice latte. Make sure you guys are exporting with GLB. So we have our latte with a glass shader and all. I want to take you guys to a bit of like a change settings that you can change. So you can change the dimension of the model, which I'm not going to do. Let's actually turn off the auto rotate. No more rotation. Let's take it to customization option and enable. And what I just select like, oh, I want to customize the glass part right here, not the latte. Add variant, maybe white, and we can add like yellow, red. We can add red. We can add blue. We can do blue. And stuff. You can also adjust the lighting setting. Shadow softness. Light exposure. Make it a little bit brighter. Beautiful. Okay, now I'm going to teach you how to export this into Canva directly. So I think you need to add Canva plugin. And the way you do it is app. I'm going to let OT teach you guys how to do that actually. um, and from here, let's adjust the angle. Let's adjust the angle. Because like this is what we're gonna make. Let's adjust the angle to this. And let's click on snap. I think this is good angle. And then we're gonna click on generate image. Oh, okay. So let me teach you. Okay, let me teach you how to integrate Canva, like SwiftXR into Canva. So go to app, search Canva apps, and search SwiftXR. And that's it. That's it. It's so easy. Isn't it so easy? And and then click on the load new snaps. And because mine was already refreshed, that's why I have like our pumpkin spice latte right here with the blue mug. Um, but before we move on, let's actually make another one. Let's make 3D 3D text. This is a new feature from SwiftXR 2. You can create a 3D text. generate 3D text, and let's do pumpkin. I like railway or roboto. Change color to pumpkin color. Give a little bit of depth. Give a little bit of thickness. Let's make it thick. And save. Oh, guys, by the way, you can also go to Snap SwiftXR IO. It's actually more recommended to like unload things through Snap SwiftXR IO, which is here, right here. So, but for me, since I just created my text here, I'm just gonna import this. But let me show you how to import from snap.swiftxr.io. Yeah, there you go. So the text, and let's find a template. Ooh, do we want to add some leaves? Yes, we do want to add some leaves. Let's add some leaves. I think these are pretty enough. Kind of gives a very like pumpkin season vibe. Maybe I should have gone with like Halloween. Mhm. Let's add some templates. This is what I used last time. We can definitely, we can use this again. Just gonna, the best. The best what? The best pumpkin. Best pumpkin. Let's just do this. The regular glass. Best pumpkin latte. Let's just bring them here. The most craved signature drink. Maybe I should try pumpkin spice latte. Let's bring it over here. So, yep, that's it for me. I So this is how you can import from SwiftXR to Canva and create create a poster or any like graphic design work that you are working on simply using Blender and blend it in the Canva together by using SwiftXR.
That was pretty interesting, to be fair. It was a lot, but as I was following, that was pretty interesting to see. Yeah,
Yeah,
and
hopefully that was helpful.
yeah, definitely. Really love the way you were able to use um, the pumpkin text in 3D, and we have someone saying hello in here.
Hi.
Awesome. And thank you so much for sharing that with us. And once again, if you do have any questions, always feel free to reach out to us. Join our Discord. There you would meet other creators like you. And thank you so much, Angela, for sharing this with us. This was really, really awesome. It's really,
Thank you for
really good to
having me,
see
OT.
this. And with that said and done, don't worry. If you missed the whole thing, you can still catch it up on YouTube itself, so it would be available, and you can go over it once again. And to use the SwiftXR Canva plugin, just like Angela said, just search for SwiftXR on Canva within your apps and connect your account, and that way you would be able to use um, the 3D models you create or you even get from maybe a platform like Sketchfab and get that onto Canva as well. And with that said and done, would you like to share any last words for us, Angela, before we go?
No, it was I think SwiftXR's Canva plugin is very straightforward, like a Blender one last time.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I've recently changed my computer, so like I couldn't show like how to export from Blender to SwiftXR, but then like we covered that
Fair
from
enough.
last video. So if you guys are
Yeah.
wondering, please check that video as well. But it
Yeah.
was really fun. It was really fun.
Mm-hmm.
And if you guys want to
Definitely
connect
was
with
fun.
me, then you can always find me in Ryu XR Studio. That's where I hang out most of the time. So
Awesome.
thank you for
So
having me.
please do ensure you catch up. Thank you so much, Angie. It was really good having you. And bye, everyone. See you next month. Bye.
Bye.